Hello everyone, my name is Alex from Ernest Alex Reads, and today I'm going to be talking about my May reading plans and just plans in general, plus my Tome Topple TBR. So after the month-long Owl Readathon, on the one hand I really want to do more readathons, and on the other hand I don't want to burn out reading because in April I read 23 books and I don't want to just keep reading, having all of these pressures on myself to do well in readathons, and then being hard on myself when it doesn't happen. Maybe, I don't know. It makes sense in my mind. So I've just decided to do one readathon because I really like participating in the Tome Topple readathons. Tome Topple is a readathon where the main goal, the only goal really, is to read books that are over 500 pages. There are prompts. You can try to complete the prompts, but at the end of the day, if you're reading a book that's over 500 pages, you're winning at the readathon. So I'm going to be participating in the 11th round. That is from May 9th to 22nd, and I'm excited. So in this video I'm going to go over the books that I'm going to try and read for Tome Topple, and also show a couple of books that I'm interested in reading. Mainly though, I'm going to try to reduce my TBR and mood read so I don't get in a reading slump. Another May plan is I think I'm going to be trying to do weekly vlogs from now on. I'm really enjoying that. I did that for the Owls Readathon as well. It brings structure into my life weirdly, and I enjoy doing it, so I think I'm going to continue. I don't know if it's going to be every week, but something I'm trying out. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my concrete Tome Topple TBR readathon plans. So basically there is a bingo board. There are a couple of prompts. You can use one book to fulfill two prompts, and then there's different levels. I'm forgetting what they're called. I think the first one is student. I'm going to go through the prompts, and then I'm going to talk about what books I'm hoping to use to fulfill those prompts. So the first prompt of the readathon is to read one tome. Hopefully that will happen. Prompt 2 is to read a book that has been on my TBR the longest, and that is Inkblood. This has been on my TBR since November or December of 2019, and I want to read it. It's a chunkster, it's in German. This is probably going to be the most challenging book of the month, but I am hopeful and I believe in myself. I'm also going to be using this book to fulfill the prompt to read a book that is outside of your usual genre, and I don't usually pick up middle grade, and I don't usually pick up middle grade in German. So those are the two prompts I'm going to use this book for. I'm going to read Middle Game to fulfill the prompts, read an adult tome, and read a standalone tome. I'm going to try to read Assassin's Quest to fulfill the prompt, listen to an audiobook tome, and a tome with the most pages. I'm also planning to read Wolf Hall to fulfill the prompt of reading a tome that is part of a series. And last but not least, I am going to pick up The Poppy War to fulfill the prompt of reading a tome for Asian Heritage Month, which is to read a book by an Asian author. So yeah, that is my Tome Topple TBR. These 3 books plus two audiobooks. I'm not sure if I'm going to complete all of them because that's a lot of pages, but I'm going to try my darndest. Some books that you might see me reading in May, if you watch the wrap-up or my weekly vlogs, I'm just going to go through and show some books that I'm excited to read and wanting to read this month. There are some books that I have from the library that I want to complete in May because the library in Hamburg is reopening in June and I have to return them. So I'm going to try to read those as well this month. These are the books that maybe I will pick up when I'm not doing the Tome Topple. So that was my May reading plans and my Tome Topple TBR. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day reading an amazing book, staying safe and being kind to yourself, and I will see you in my next video. bye. These are 2 library copies that I want to read, like I just said. This book is about a Korean American woman who ends up in a cult, I think. And this is a collection of stories. It's like a short story collection, memoir, nonfiction, book, yeah, about refugees. So those 2 are definitely a priority in May. I'm also thinking about finally picking up We Hunt the Flame. I just bought Hamnet because it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that. And I also want to read the actual book. I was thinking of reading Never Let Me Go because it's a short book. And I've been wanting to read this for almost a year now. And another thing that I would like to read in an ideal world is a reread of Once and Future, and to complete the duology to read Sword in the Stars. So those books might be being read this month.